So TD, let's go through the house. It's been a while since we've, had a video on it, and a lot has changed. I think the last video we did was the concrete floors and the polymer floors. So where are we at? You were just out there this morning.
Yeah. So landscaping is going in. We had plants in the retention pond. I took some pictures of that. We've got sprinkler system is in. Topsoil and grass seeds going in. Next week, Tuesday, I believe, we're gonna pour the sidewalks, and we're gonna pour the concrete pad for the jacuzzi, and I think we're just gonna use stepping stones for the walkway to the jacuzzi and to the outdoor shower. But that stuff is going in. We're gonna do the concrete carving, which we've decided to do since it's by the water. Seemed appropriate to do some river rock, some big river rock. And so we'll be out there putting a carve coat on Monday, I believe, Monday or Tuesday, and then we'll go out and do the scratch coat in, and then we'll go out and do the carve coat after that cures.
Cool.
So that carve coat is what bonds there's a mechanical bond of the spider lath to the wall. So that spider lath is screwed to the wall, and then there's a 1/4-inch gap behind it. So that is mechanically fastened to the wall, and then we'll do a scratch coat that will go on over the lath. And I think we use spider lath, but over the lath, and then we'll let that cure. That's about 3/4 of an inch thick, and has there's a lot of grooves in it intentionally, so that the carve coat that goes on, which is anywhere from 3 inches to 6 inches thick, and it's a special blend that has fire clay in it, and I forget what else. There's no polymer modified though. It's just standard concrete mix with fire clay. I have to go back through there. But we'll use fine sand for the carving instead of the coarse stuff, so we get nicer overall lines. And so that'll start. The interior, if you'll notice on the video, we have the granite countertops are in. The cabinets have been installed. We put those all together and installed them ourselves. The interior lights, laundry, all that, the washer dryer, all that stuff is going in now. Appliances are starting to go in now, and we'll get furniture after we finish the sidewalk and the other stuff. But yeah, it's looking nice. We're basically in finishes.
Yeah, it looks good. We got some siding on there too, I saw. So what type of siding did we end up going with? Because we haven't shown that yet on our videos.
Yeah, you'll see. I took some pictures of it. We took the bottom 4 feet is a polymer modified concrete stucco, and that's our blend. You'll see some tiny hairline cracks, and I think that was the day that we did it. It was a white background. It was hot, and I think it just dried out too soon. So we'll go back and we'll mix up another batch. We'll fix that. But we did that with a slate, and after we seal it, you'll be able to tell the texture a lot more. Mm-hmm. Right now, we've let it to cure, and we hit it with 1 seal coat, but we'll have to do some more sealing, and that will bring out the texture a lot. But it was a charcoal gray color mix, Interlux color mix that we added, and then above that we have it looks like cedar plank or cedar shake, but it is actually a stucco hardy plank. It's a hardy plank cementitious board that's designed to look like cedar shake.
Cedar shake, yeah.
And then we painted that white. So the building, besides the roof, which is partially aluminum and partially wood, but it's obviously clad in, I think it's 16 gauge. I can't remember what gauge the steel roof is we put on there, but besides the wood that's in that roof, which is clad in metal, obviously the whole building is non-flammable,
Yeah.
I think we have Type X drywall inside that's non-flammable. I mean, it's just a bulletproof building.
Yeah.
So Yeah, it'll be there a long time, long after we're gone.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I think the only wood in there is the framing for the interior walls.
The interior wall framing.
And that's it. Yeah, the roof, the walls, everything else. The floors are all concrete with some cedar in there, but yeah, you could light the thing on fire and it'll stand.
Yeah, you could also recycle the whole thing. I mean,
Yeah,
you can take all the foam's recyclable, all the plastic's recyclable. The wood, obviously, interior walls is not. It's an organic material that I guess you can recycle it, you can turn it into paper someday.
Yeah.
But, the walls, the polymer or the polystyrene, everything in there is recyclable, but it also could be submerged underwater and it's not going to hurt it either. I mean, that house could go through, just about anything you can imagine, aside from a 747 hitting it, and it's going to stand.
Yeah. So that looks good. We did a video on the floors already. So we've got that cedar inlay in there, as well as the polymer overlay, the metallic polymer overlay on top of that, on the concrete. That turned out really nice. We had to seal on top of all of it, correct? And then sand down the cedar. Is that what happened there?
Yeah. We poured the concrete with the cedar inlay in there. Everything below grade was already. We did crushed stone, compacted it, then did some some heavyweight Visqueen, so it's sealed from any type of moisture coming through that floor. Mm-hmm. But then we took the cedar planks, which I think are 4 inches long, and the concrete runs below it and adjacent to it. And that was actually the top part of that cedar was our kind of like our guide, our form, like you would normally pour concrete. And so the top of that concrete is level with the top of the cedar. And then we went back over it and used our diamond grinder. I think the older blast track machine, we actually got better use of it over the cedar, because that blast track is I think it's a 10-inch plate with diamonds on it, and it was able to go over that 4-inch cedar gap and not dig into the wood, if you know what I'm saying. You're able to, because it's 10 inches, you were able to go over the top of it, grind the concrete and the wood down at the same time. But we did have to go back afterwards and sand that down. So it's kind of time consuming to get that floor done, but there's no cracks. That was kind of the goal, to see if we could get a aesthetic, expansion joint that, was aesthetically pleasing, but didn't allow or, helped to prevent the concrete from cracking. Right. So that part of it, I feel like we were successful. But we'll probably keep playing with that floor, just trying different variations. It's not that it doesn't look good. It does look good, but that was kind of our first step, our first stab at it. So
yeah, looks good. And then we didn't have cabinets in the last video we posted. So what type of cabinets did we go with for this building, as opposed to maybe some? Yeah,
they're a hickory cabinet, and they look really nice. They matched our cedar color that we were going for, and it's a nice wood cabinet. Still gets a lot of light bouncing around, but the walls are white. The floors, had some color, but the walls were, mundane. Yeah. So that color, that hickory color really pops in there. It looks nice. It'll look even nicer once you get the furniture in there and we, set up all the chairs. But yeah, it looks nice. Came out good.
Awesome. We'll go through some of the footage. If I haven't already on here, I'll throw it on the screen. But where are we at right now? What are we waiting on as far as the house goes? How close are we to occupancy at this time?
We've got final inspection planned, I think, for middle of next week, or maybe end of next week. And we're really down to just punch list stuff. It's just the exterior concrete that we were forming up today. The landscaping is pretty much done, and interior finish work, It's all basically finished up. Sanding the last bit of the cedar inlay, and then we're probably going to go with 2 coats of some sort of a tung oil, and then an overlay of an oil-based finish of some sort. But yeah, it'll look good. I think it's gonna look nice. The floors look great. We like the polymer. The polymer part of it came out awesome. It was a little extra step, a little extra work on the cedar to sand it and get it prepped for the oil and overlay.
Awesome. Cool. Well, I mean, that's all I've got on my list. You know, that was just a quick update.
Yeah, it's going good. It looks great.
Cool. All right. Well, TD, do you have anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah, that's all I've got too. Well, for everybody watching, thank you for subscribing. I know we get a lot of subscribers kind of randomly, even, you know, a month between videos. People like to watch. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to let us know. We're usually pretty good at answering every comment on all the videos. So once again, if you're in the Northwest, shoot us an email at info@macnac.com if you're interested in one of these homes. We'll get you some more footage here pretty soon. Hope everybody's staying safe and have a great day.
See ya.
Cool.